I'm Lully Lilac, or I'm also just Laurel. I'm Laurel, also known as Lully Lilac. My name is Laurel, Lully Lilac, whatever you'd like to call me.
That's my friend right there.
That's my friend right there.
We like to make shit together.
We do. We make a lot of shit together. Lorenzo and I used to work at a job together.
Oh, use both mics.
I'm Laurel, Lully Lilac, and I'm literally just the girl. That's it. That's me. I do music. I do art. I don't know. I think about a lot of things. I read poetry.
As a weird blanket term, you're a multimedia specialist. You do a bunch of shit. You know?
Yeah,
you just
that's true.
You like to delve in a bunch of stuff. What are your inspirations for each medium, or do like they cross over sort of thing? And just you can just like go off on that maybe.
I wish that they crossed over, and I think sometimes I've been asked that before, like, why don't you combine these things? One of my classmates asked me that the other day because I was showing her some video stuff that I made, and she was like, do you ever think about like combining your music and like your painting? And I was like, no, like honestly, they're very different to me because it feels like completely different processes.
Different psyches, yeah.
Yeah. If I really love an artist, it doesn't feel specific to like, oh, like this artist does a lot of drawing, and so now I want to think about them when I draw. There's an artist, her name is Robin O'Neill, and I love her. She's very strange. She's like a little bit depressed. She quit art, like very famously.
Sounds like an artist.
Yeah, she quit. She had worked for like 30 years, and she did like long nights of drawing and long nights of like painting, and she made an insane amount of work. Like her body of work is huge. And then one day she just quit, and she deleted everything off her Instagram, off her website, and she put a quote that just said, like, quit art and learn a trade. And she didn't explain.
Damn.
I know. She didn't explain it. And I like, there's this like sense of nihilism to her work that like feels very comforting to me. And it's also kind of humorous. Like, she has a podcast. She's like really funny. The intensity like really speaks to me. So I think I like artists who are like really intense. I also like artists who are like super depressed. Like I love King Cruel. I love Saya Gray. Yeah. Like people that just like think a little bit differently. It speaks to me just because like I've dealt with that my whole life, and I think that's like what I have to give at all times. Biased. Yeah. There's like we see ourselves in them. There's an endless well of like sad thoughts for me to pull from, and also like a lot of artists that I know personally, like professors of mine or like my classmates, I really envy them and look up to them and like take a lot from them. We think that's how it should be though.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
And something to look up to.
When people ask like about like artist inspirations, and not just me, like I'm not big-headed as fuck to think that people are giving a fuck what inspires me, but like I don't think it should just be other artists. Like I think it should be other things in your life. Like I feel deeply inspired by like the people that I know, like my friends, and not even necessarily like because of the things that they do, maybe just like the way that they think and like the time we spend together makes me like sometimes I'll like have a real good hangout with my friends or like Sarah, and I'm like, I just gotta make a song right now, or like make a fucking painting about this. I don't know. I don't think inspiration is just other artists. And I think if it was, that would be like, it's just this loop that feeds into each other. I've been very inspired by like quietness a lot, like lately. Like I've been feeling very like vulnerable and quiet. And like I've been making music that's a little bit like weirder or sadder because of that. But it's like, that should be where a lot of inspiration comes from. Like whatever your life is.
The way I look at it too, I think in the beginning, you take inspiration from other artists, especially when you're learning like techniques and stuff like that, right? Because you see techniques that they do, and then you try to do that. Especially for me, it's like video or like a photo, right?
Totally.
And then it becomes more so of like I'm more inspired by like a human experience that either like I want to experience and capture, or like I envy that other individual having the experience. I'm like, oh, I wish like I could be in that.
Like I've made a lot of work about like sort of like substance abuse and addiction and like feelings of love, feelings of loss, feeling of being confused about like where to go next in my life. And like that's not necessarily easy, but it is deeply human, and we all feel that way all the time. Exactly. Like we all feel really good and really bad every day.
And your version is different from somebody else's.
Yeah, and that's literally like honestly, like I've come to this point where I'm like, that's all I have to give. Like all that I can give to the world, I cannot change it, I cannot make it better, but I can only give like my perspective, because I'm the only person that sees it exactly the way that I do. And that doesn't mean that I'm the only person that feels this way, but I'm the only person that can express it exactly this way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like lately, I feel disenchanted by being inspired by artists and by other people because it does feel good, but it's also like, I don't know, like I just feel base level human right now.
What's your favorite medium to work on at the moment? But I think I want to expand it to like, if you were to make, this is like your last piece, like your last grandstand, you know what I mean? What would you use?
Dude, I've actually been in like a really weird liminal space in my life right now because the audience doesn't know this. I'm currently finishing up my bachelor's in fine arts. I'm in my last semester. It's been a long ass journey to get here and I'm grateful for it. And I loved art school. I really did.
Can we get a round of applause for that?
Thank you. Thank you. I need that. It's difficult sometimes. I really love it. I love visual art. It means a lot to me. I fear sometimes that I may have gone to school for the wrong thing, but I also think maybe I went to... Right? I would have regretted it either way. If I went to school for music, I would be wondering, what if I went to school for art? That's where it always goes back to. Like, I love writing and I love like expressing myself vocally and verbally, and like singing for me feels like extremely cathartic. And after like a long time of singing, my brain is empty. I don't always feel that way when I make other work. Like I feel very frantic when I paint and I feel very frantic when I draw. Like there's something else going on. If I was dying tomorrow, like I would make the album and it probably would suck, but like I would do it. I love that I went to school for art. I'm glad I did it, but I think maybe music is the passion. And I think when I finish up with art school, I want to put down art for like a little while, just for a few months, and see like if I really put myself into music, what could I make?
So my perspective on this next question is someone who also went to art school, but I feel that the film like media space is, in terms of my perspective of all the different art forms, art mediums, it's the most consumer based, like influenced by like capitalist like ideals, like whatever,
you have
because
to get the new shit all the
exactly
time.
all like the gear and stuff, and that's the reality of it. And because of that, especially with the careers that are possible because of it, I'm always in that conundrum of like, man, maybe I didn't need to go to school for this, or like something, or I shouldn't have done this because like there's just so much competition. And that's my take on that. But for you, do you think that as you conclude your studies, do you think you needed that art school experience, or do you think you could have like reached the same level without that?
This feels very therapeutic because I've actually been thinking about this like a lot.
Because I think about this every day, and I'm like, oh my God.
Like it kind of eats at me.
Pick your mind on it.
I'm really grateful that I've had such like wonderful professors and like almost kind of like mentors in a way to like show me different ways of thinking. And I think the thing is, like, I don't regret going to college even for a second, because I think college teaches you how to think, and that's ultimately like,
a lot of people don't have that.
No.
A lot of people don't have
and
that.
No matter what you go to school for, like that's what you're supposed to come out of it with. It doesn't matter if you're going for like engineering, for fucking fine arts, or to be like a physical therapist. Like you have to come out of it just knowing how to think and like how to process your life. And I'm grateful that I have this like technical ability that like I wouldn't have really gotten if I didn't go to school. Like my paintings from when I started school to like my paintings now, like I have a way better eye for like composition, color theory. Oh my God. Hey.
He's trying to get out.
Oh, this fucking guy. Oh, he's pissed. Get out of here. Oh my God. He's so slow. Oh my God. He's like, I'm chill.
Yeah.
I have a better eye for everything technically than I did before, and I'm really grateful for that. I wouldn't have gotten that without it. But like, you know, sometimes like I'm like, fucking art school makes me hate this shit. Like it makes me feel like I'm not doing it because I love it anymore. Like I'm doing it because it's like expected maybe of me, or like, you know what I mean? Like you get put in this position where you're like, they like beat the fucking creativity out of you because they want you to be technically proficient. And that's like, it's a good thing, but it's also like, before I started going to school for art, like I was making paintings every single day, especially during the pandemic. Like I would make a painting every single day, and that's fucking crazy. Looking back at it, I'm like, I felt so free to just make whatever I wanted, and now I don't have this like sense of freedom because I kill the idea before it happens. I've been thinking a lot like that way, where I'm like, I should quit art, I should quit music and delete everything and just go fucking learn a trade, like Robin O'Neill said. But it's like, Robin O'Neill came back. Like she put her website back up. She put her art back up. She's like selling prints again. Like that's the thing. It's like, if it lives in you, like you can't kick it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Before I went to art school, before I even knew I wanted to go to college, because I didn't think I was ever going to go to college, like that was always there. So it won't not be there just because I hate myself. Like I'll just not be doing it and then hating myself, and then what's that? Like that's, what kind of life is that? I don't know.
It's a life not worth living.
Life is worth living.
Oh.
Have you ever heard that? It's like a TikTok song.
Really?
I don't know. I'm not on TikTok.
Do you think, since you were in between going to school for art school or not. What are your opinions on the San Antonio art scene, and then also like the quality of education that like a city like San Antonio can give to somebody who's, you know, interested in the arts?
I love my professors. I actually think my professors are like, I feel like so inspired by them. Like it actually stresses me out a little bit sometimes because they're so good that I'm like, Jesus, I can't believe you're teaching me.
I need to osmosis this.
Yeah, for real. Yes, chills. I love that. Osmosis things. Write that down. I have had very little like poor experiences with it. I think the people that go into that school though, they don't give a fuck. And the problem with my program is there's no requirement to have a portfolio to get into it. So anybody can
That's
go to
crazy.
School at UTSA, which is
good and bad.
Yeah, it's good because like
Lower
everybody
the barrier of entry, but then also
everybody starts at the same level, but some people finish at that level too, and it's like, not to be a bitch, but why don't y'all give a fuck? We pay so much money to be here.
like you're paying for that, bro. What the fuck?
It's a strange pond to be in because like, if you're a big fish, you get cramped in there for sure. But I wouldn't call myself a big fish. I'm like medium big. You know what I mean? There's some people who are like, you're a way better artist than me.
I'm medium big.
I'm a medium big fish.
Do you feel the same way about
the art scene
in San Antonio, but including other artists, you know, that you haven't met through the school program?
Yeah, I do actually.
Mm-hmm.
What's suffers in the San Antonio art scene is there's a lack of like money and funding for it. I heard one of my professors say the other day, like, we have a fantastic art scene. It's really easy to show work here. But the problem is like, we don't have a great like buyer's market here where like in other places like New York, for example, like people will buy art for all types of prices over there. Of course. You know what I mean? But we don't really have that here. But like, we do have a really strong sense of community. And every time I go to like an exhibition or an opening, whatever, like I always see people that I know. And it's like people of like lots of different age ranges and backgrounds, ethnicities, like mindsets. And it's cool. Like I really enjoy that. And I could not have found that back home, like in Illinois. I know for sure that's very specific to here. And we have a deep rooted history too in like the art scene.
Yeah.
Blue Star was founded in like the 80s. Like that shit's been there for ever.
Yeah, and I don't realize it until like go to an event that you're at or like, you know, last night's event.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to go to more stuff like this, right? You know,
dude, it's super interconnected.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that about it.
People are awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And there's like a candor in the sense of like love for it, you know what I mean? Like everybody's just coming from a real honest place of like,
yes,
I just
exactly.
want to be here.
You just want to be there and like you just want to share what you have, but also what I really love is like the attitude of like bringing others up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just this collaborative feel.
Yeah, I wish
to everything.
There was more money in it. I'm not gonna lie, like I do really value community at this point in my life.
Me too.
I obviously want to have money. Like it's not easy to like make no money off of the thing that you love the most because you spend the most time doing it. So it's like I'd like
to be compensated for.
Yes.
Exactly.
Community is invaluable. Like
exactly.
Really can't
when you die, it's all about community.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I totally get that because like especially somebody who only went to high school here, right? But then went to college somewhere else and then like coming back and still, to be honest, not having community still, you know, still like having scraps of community. Moments like yesterday, it's like invaluable to me. I feel like the difference with like the positive atmosphere of like yesterday's sort of stuff is that didn't have anything to do with like film commercial media or that kind of stuff, right?
My feelings about like the art scene, like I'm talking about fine art.
I'm talking about that too.
Yeah, like, but like with music I feel very differently where I think like
they have the same
it's the same problem, right? Where it's like there's a sense of competition, there's a sense of like showmanship, but like, in a really egotistical way.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like really bad people in the music scene, and not just to me. All the punk people, like they're really bad people, dude. Like
they're bad humans.
They're fucking bad. And this isn't just like my opinion.
It's
like
objective.
A lot of people have had similar experiences, and I won't get too deep into that. But I think the music scene here is really just weird because there's only a couple genres that are allowed to like thrive here. First of all, you have to be in a band. Solo artists are not really popular here. I only know like a couple maybe, but even then like not really. Like they tend to go other places like Austin maybe where there's a wider range of people that can show their shit. You have to be in a band and it's usually like some hardcore like punk garage metal shit or like indie rock, you know what I mean? And or you're like a rapper. When I started performing, I did a lot of stuff in the rap scene, which I have like talked about like once or twice on my like YouTube channel. And they were really nice. Like I'm not gonna lie, like they were super welcoming to me because they, like as a rapper, you have to be more of a solo artist, right?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
even though I'm
kinda
not a
understood.
rapper, they kind of got it. They were
Mhm.
like, "Okay, you're doing your own thing." When you have such a narrow passageway of like how to be recognized here, there's also like a really low ceiling of like where you can even go with that. But the fine art space is wonderful
Is
here.
amazing.
It's fascinating. It's
Whenever
awesome.
I like get to like dip my toes in it, I'm always just like astounded.
Oh,
and
fabulous. And everybody knows each
I'm
other. Like,
yeah, everyone
I
knows
love
each
it.
other. Everyone loves each other. I'm just like, I wish everything was like this.
I know. And I wish like music felt that way too. But maybe music and film are also like, they're kind of more egotistical, no? Like,
Yeah,
there's
but-
and
yeah.
it shouldn't be this way because there's like a competition sense to it. You have to like be a little big-headed to like do it.
A little bit. And I think it's because of recent like influencer social media culture where anybody can be like a filmmaker and anybody can be a musician. But I think that only the real artists can actually be in fine art.
Anything can be art, and this is very like open-ended.
Mhm.
And this has always been the conversation of like what is art, what isn't art. We talk
Exactly.
about this constantly in
Yeah.
school, like what defines an art piece. And it's truly just like the artist said it was. The barrier of entry to get into like a fine art space is so easy. Like you just have to like love it. With music and stuff,
like
like some
media.
people just want to be famous.
They want to be famous, they want money, like kind of thing.
And to be famous and like be like rich or
Like, I want to buy this camera so I can stunt on Instagram.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Dude, if we didn't have social media, we would have so much better musicians.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So we met through working together
We
during
did.
the dark ages in a boba shop, right?
It was
interesting.
We got paid $8 an hour. I remember when we first like talked about like we were like, oh, where do we do art and stuff? And I was like, yeah, I was gonna go to film school. And you were like, I went to film school. And then I think we just became friends.
Yeah. While we were like sealing like a boba cup.
I remember the whole conversation we had. Not like word for word. I just remember like the vibe. I was,
The
like,
essence of it. Because that was
Mhm.
the essence of it.
I kind of miss that time though. It was very simple.
Only you have worked in a museum.
I'm the only person in the world.
That I know of. In my travels, I obviously, a lot of people do, they love to go to museums, right? You get to get a sense of the culture, you know, the art scene there, et cetera, right?
Mhm.
But I remember very specifically, really key moment in my last semester at school. It was a seminar class with this really awesome professor. She's awesome because she's the professor that has challenged my ideas the most. It was a seminar class,
Yeah.
really small class, like 10 people. And I remember it's the movie where like it's a family of 3. There's a little kid, there's a little boy, and it's a horror movie. And they bring them to like the mountains of Colorado to like oversee like this hotel. And that's the one where like
The Shining?
There you go. Yeah. The class was a film class on critical race theory in horror film, like American
Whoa.
horror film. And the analysis on that film that she was trying to get to was that obviously because the land that the hotel was in, it was indigenous land, right? It belonged to other peoples.
Mhm.
And the hotel mimics a museum in which it imprisons, you know, these indigenous people's like culture and ideas.
Like artifacts.
Exactly, yeah.
Sure.
But I came from it as a perspective of like these pieces are being selected to be shown, or also maybe they're being withheld from the people that they, belong to, type of like vibe, right?
I worked at a museum. It was like a children's museum when I
Yeah.
was like 18, and then I worked at another. The second one I worked at, I actually
gallery.
I hated it so bad. It was very like touristy, like interactive art exhibit thing.
Oh, like one of those.
Hopscotch.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, and I hated that. That one specifically where I was
Those are
like,
not even museums.
No, it's
yeah,
not.
but no,
it's like this like
anyways,
tourist
yeah,
trap,
exactly.
you know what I mean? I have a weird feeling about it because I think it's important. Being in the inside of anything will make you see a sense of nihilism in it.
Yeah.
That like if you weren't ever doing that, then you wouldn't really see like the negatives to it because
Yeah.
you just can only view it as an audience member. So it's exciting to you. Being in a museum every single day, I obviously have a different perspective than somebody who's passing through once a year, and then for like an hour or two,
Yeah.
maybe.
You're just a worker. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm here every day, so
Yeah.
I really see it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I love a gallery space. I'm not gonna lie. I think it borders on pretentious sometimes.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and there's art that I'm like, I think that sucks, and like it's okay, like it's fine. I think it's good to say that, and like when guests will come in and talk to me and ask me like, what's your favorite piece here? I'll tell them, but then I also am like, do you want to hear my least favorite piece? Because it opens up for them to be like, oh, like I didn't like that either. And that's
Exactly.
important too. You should know what you don't like also. I don't think it's a bad thing. Like it's good to educate people and to bring people into spaces where art is the main focus, because then they have to shift their perspective to understand something different or uncomfortable, and that's what art is like supposed to be about.
Fun time. So I pulled up this random tier list
Oh my god.
of mainstream artists in 2024. You can rank these fools.
Some of these are not my opinion on their music. Like some of it's just gonna be like,
This is a bad guy.
is a bad guy, or I don't like I like Adele, but like I low key haven't listened to her. How do I do this?
You just drag.
I haven't listened to Adele
Brother,
in
it's
a
an
really long
iPad.
time, so I'm gonna give her a B. Her voice is gorgeous, but I just
No.
I don't listen to her that much. Okay, can I be honest? I do love Ariana Grande. I don't care if she's a bad person. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Who is this? Beyonce? I'll put Beyonce like also in B because she makes good music, but I don't listen to her that much. Okay, Doja Cat's going in S tier. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if she's a Satanist.
This is exactly why I pulled this tier list.
I saw Doja Cat in concert in
Doja.
2023. It changed my life. Her and Doechii.
That's
Where am I on this list?
All right.
Right.
We'll just add one
Who
after.
the fuck is that? That's D.
That's
I don't
you.
know who the fuck that is.
We'll pretend. Wait. What? Okay.
He
you don't
looks
know
just
who-
like me,
You
though.
don't know. Yeah. So we don't know who he is. So what if that's you? Where do you tier yourself?
Wait,
leave it for
I
the
would
end.
still put it
Leave
in
for the
D.
end. Oh,
No,
okay.
that's
Okay, for sure.
Billie Eilish. Yeah, I'd put her in A too. Like, I really fuck with that album. Cardi B, like, I'm sorry, girl. Like,
Ooh.
it's not a total flop, but
Actually,
like,
no. Werner is for the D. I'll save this sound
Yeah.
effect.
Okay, like,
Uh-oh.
can I give my controversial opinion on Chapel Roan?
I saw this coming. Go ahead.
I don't give a fuck. But maybe it's because like we're kind of the same. Like I'm also from the Midwest, and I'm also like a lesbian who came out like when I was a little bit older. So it's like
Competition.
it's like not even competition. I'm just like bitch. Like and also like she's
Telling
just
you
like,
story.
she just needs to log out. So I'm gonna put her in B because her voice is beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't care. I was listening to a lot of Charlie XCX this
Mhm,
year,
mhm.
so I'll put her in A.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't call it S because this isn't her fault though. Like Brat became too big where I stopped
it was
liking
crazy.
it. When it first came out, I was like, this is revolutionary. And it is. Once like Amazon starts being like,
Yeah, when
You
they
know what I
start,
mean?
yeah, it kind of loses the aura.
yeah, the aura like it flopped. Claro, like she's so cute. Like I'm gonna give her A. Like,
Yeah.
She's so cute. Flop, like but like I do like some of the Drake songs though.
Little
Like
bit, yeah.
no, like I can't lie, his music is kind of good.
But also, Dua Peeps?
Dua Peep, like it's the same where it's like I don't really,
really, I
care.
know, yeah. I just
My mom really likes
she's
Dua Peep.
She's beautiful, but
She's beautiful and she learned how to dance.
yeah.
Can I be honest? Like I don't give a fuck.
No, yeah, no one.
I'm sorry. Like I get it. He's like older now. He's like reformed a little bit, but like he has made some like rampantly misogynistic music that like now as an adult, like I think it's insane that he got away with that. Because when I was a kid, I would listen to him. Why did he make a song about killing his ex-wife? Like that's weird. Go to therapy. Who's this, Lady Gaga?
I think so, yeah.
Like I don't care. Like I don't know. This like B level is like you're good, but I don't care.
And then C is just like just bad.
C
but,
is like you're I just whatever.
And
You're
then D's
bad.
a-
D's a flop.
yeah.
Total. Hosier, like okay, like B is like you're good. I don't listen to you. He's really good though. I just don't listen to him. Jack Harlow, like Kanye West, but like I do
He
like some of
has
the
some.
Kanye West songs though.
Yeah.
Kanye West and Drake, I listen to them a lot at the gym, and like
They make some crazy gym songs.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, like baby, you're my everything.
Hey!
You're all I ever wanted. We could do it real
Hey.
big. Yeah.
Hey.
And then
Hey.
Nick, she's like, "You're the only one that see the real Nikki. I can show
Oh.
you chill, Nikki, cause of how you deal with me when they knock my blocks down. Real trapaholics." Okay, like yes, he's gonna be A tier.
Oh yeah.
Kendrick Lamar. It's crazy that his diss track blew up. Like that's hilarious.
I know.
Lana Del Slay. Lana Del
A.
S tier.
A.
Lord, like she's an A. I used to listen to her a lot when I was in middle school, but not anymore. I have a big crush on Megan Thee Stallion. Ooh.
Oh.
And I went to Houston, and she's from Houston.
Oh.
And I was like, I could feel her presence.
Oh.
Miley Cyrus, she's gonna be B tier.
Yeah.
You're good. I just don't listen to you. Nicki Minaj. Okay, I'm gonna do something controversial. Nicki Minaj fell off when she started using AI for her covers.
Ah, yeah.
And like, I used to be a Nicki fan. Okay,
look at you now.
look at me now. I've grown.
Look what she did to herself.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh
like,
my god.
It's just not for me. Like, this guy by Rihanna. Like,
Rihanna.
she doesn't even make music anymore, but she's gonna be A. I love SZA. I love the SZA track.
Yeah, you.
Who's that? Taylor Swift?
Yeah, Sabrina.
Oh my god, I don't care. I don't care. The Weeknd is a massive flop because why the fuck did he make that TV show? And
Dude,
Sabrina,
that TV show is so funny. Funnily bad. You're like, oh my god.
what is he saying? He's like, I'm gonna come. Sabrina Carpenter, like, I like her. I think she's cute. I just don't listen to her music. Actually, I'll put her in B because I don't listen to her music, but I think she's cute. And maybe I'll say that with Rihanna too because Rihanna's good, but like, she doesn't even make music anymore. She can't be in it.
There's the official tier list.
We're just gonna make something extremely quick, okay? Set a timer for me.
10-minute timer. Starts now.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
What's the key, babe? Oh my god, I'm stressed. Oh my god. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the hell?
Damn. What the?
Hold on.
Hold
Let's let that ride for a second.
Jeez.
Hello? Okay. I'm just gonna find random depressing shit that I've said.
On vacation, extended.
Yeah.
It's a song.
It's kind of fire. Like,
It's kinda groove.
There's weirdly something
There's
here.
something there. What's it called?
You have to cut all this down to like, vacation.
Don't tell her about